Not sure if you know this or not, but Gina and I lived in Panama for 3 years. In this video, we're going to take you from Panama City through Boquete and to the islands of Boca Chica. And at the end of the video, we're going to tell you the top 5 things we love about Panama and another 5 things that we disliked about living in this country. So if you're thinking about moving to Panama, this video is for you. Keep watching. Well, we finally made it. We're in Panama City. Give you a little look around. We'll give you more of a look once we get to Casco Viejo. This is our first time being back in this country for 5 years.
Me 4.
Well, Gina was here 4 years ago, but for me 5. Yeah, it's a weird feeling. It's exciting. There's a lot to see, and we'll make sure we take you through Casco Viejo today.
Can I say something?
Yeah.
So Casco Viejo was the second old Panama, because it was an old Panama, which was almost in ruins right now. And Casco Viejo is the oldest Panama that we know after civilization, after the Spaniards got here. And then this is Panama City, which is connected to Casco Viejo, the old Panama. So you have a really old city and a really
new and expanding city skyline.
So it's fascinating. So we'll show you. We'll definitely show you more. I think I want to go to my favorite rum bar from here.
That sounds good.
Okay, let's go check it out.
And we're masked up because they're taking COVID extremely serious here still. You know,
Yeah.
This is late March, and almost everyone we see outdoors, even by themselves, have masks on.
Yeah.
So kind of different. That's Panama. First thing we got to eat since we got to the country.
Oh, I got the core.
How is it though?
Delicious, freaking delicious.
The mangoes in Panama are epic.
They have like, I don't know how many different varieties. So good.
I used to make myself sick eating them. So that's the new city over there, obviously. And I don't know if you're gonna be able to see it, but we're walking over to that coastline. That's Casco Viejo.
There's islands all throughout.
We'll get you plenty of footage.
We're really close to the Panama Canal. Oh, there's a Panama sign there.
But yeah, I think the city looks better than when we left 5 years ago. It looks cleaner. Just looks great. Let's talk about a few things real quick. One, that mango. How good was that mango?
Amazing. Did you show it to them?
I did.
Yeah, you did.
So the mango was amazing, and it's $1 for that big overflowing cup of fresh mango. The second thing we haven't talked about, kind of a big thing, is why Panama, why we moved here in the first place, why we spent 3 years of our lives here. I think this is something we'll touch upon a little by little through the rest of this video, and then we'll talk a little bit about why we left and what it feels like to be back.
In the States.
What it feels like to be back here after.
Yeah.
So, do you want to touch on why we came here in the first place?
Well, I think that's more your thing than mine.
Oh, really?
I think so. Okay, so I lived in other countries. I lived in Europe, Argentina, and the US, and different parts of Europe. And Stephen really, when we first met, we had a destination wedding in Mexico. And then from there, we went to Argentina to explore the country for like 2.5 weeks. He totally fell in love with the Latin culture. And then from there, he wanted to explore a little bit more of Latinness. But instead of going all the way south, we ended up going to Central America a couple of times. You ended up falling in love with Central America and the culture.
Yeah.
And
Costa Rica first, and then we came to Panama.
correct. And then, oh, look at that kitty. Sorry to interrupt, but that kitty is so funny. Anyways, so you felt like you wanted to live in another country and really kind of like feel what it is to live outside of the U.S., right?
My thing was we were traveling a lot, you know, internationally, and I knew what it felt like to be a 3-week tourist, but I didn't know what it felt like to actually live in another country, and I really wanted that experience, and I got it. But we'll continue on. We'll continue to give you the tour of our Panama 5 years later.
Show them where we're at now. So we just passed the modern city, and now we're in this park leading to the old city.
This is a new park, I believe. This wasn't here when we were here.
Yeah, it was not here. Or mango, look.
Yeah, or mango.
There's a lot of mango in this
And that
country.
one's 50 cents.
Oh my God.
You got ripped off. So this is Casco Viejo. We're walking in there. To me, it's probably the most interesting part of Panama City. You'll see why. We're about to walk into one of our favorite little rum bars. Pedro Mandinga, Panamanian rum
Best
bar.
rum bars and daiquiris, like the old-fashioned daiquiris.
Some of the best cocktails we've ever had have been right in here, and we'll see if it's just as good 5 years later. Cheers, baby.
So now we are at Boquete, Panama, where Stephen and I used to live. Such a beautiful, gorgeous place. Up in the mountains, it's always breezy. It's always like 70-degree weather.
It's always springtime.
Yeah.
Siempre primavera.
Exacto. Primavera. And this is Hotel Panamonte, which is an old establishment here. And it's absolutely gorgeous to have a beautiful restaurant. It was delicious.
And garden.
And gardens. And
Take a look around.
oh, there's mountains over there if you want
Yeah.
to.
Some mountain views behind us. And we used to hang out in the building right behind us. There's a fireplace and a little cozy bar. Many nights were spent there, right, baby?
Yeah. So yeah, this is like, it's a little sentimental to be here
Yeah.
in a way, with our dear friends, and we're really enjoying ourselves. We just got here today, and we're gonna spend 2 nights here, and then we're off to the islands.
Downtown Boquete.
So you're gonna tell what you're gonna say. Hi. Okay, we're back. We're still in Boquete, trying some hot chocolate. This place is known for chocolate and the best coffee in the world. And our dear, dear friend Daniele works for the company. And tell us what we're having.
So here you're having hot chocolate that is made out of 80% chocolate. So it's not the usual powder thing. It's more rich, more spicy.
I'm gonna try it.
Very yummy.
And then tell us about your coffee.
Oh, coffee. So you are in the... Boquete is one of the best places in the world for coffee. So here we have some experimental coffee. This is a nitro coffee, for example. Cold is a cold coffee. And then we go into the geisha, which are the top end, the higher end, the most expensive kind of coffee. But just everything for all the taste.
And what is your favorite coffee?
I like Pacamara. Pacamara is a blend. We'll just try it.
Okay.
I'll give you one.
We're going to try coffee too. Yeah, I can't.
This is downtown Boquete. This is our old hometown, Main Street. We're about to get a behind-the-scenes tour at a coffee roaster and chocolate making facility.
We're staying here because we don't have internet, so there is a grinder. The grinder you take the meat to make cacao. So it's a refiner, so it's basically taking all the ingredients.
Chocolate lovers, check it out.
Just finally getting to stabilize. This is a fan, and then Luke is making our
This is the start of one of their chocolate bars.
I love the lanterns.
So, just out for a jog. Climbing the mountains of Boquete, or running up the mountains of Boquete. This is one of the mountains. The volcano's on the other side, but it's covered with clouds at the moment. But this country's just fantastic. I do miss it. But I'm glad to visit, glad to be with friends, and always grateful to live in a beautiful place like Asheville. One more shot of this. Had lunch at the Rock, and I'll give you a quick look. We're right on the river. Got the mountains back there. And there's something in Boquete that's unique here called bajareke, and it's a mist. It's not like sprinkles, it's not like rain. It's a mist that's often in the air, probably on a daily basis. So we're getting sun, mist, water, and just had some really good food at the Rock.
And then she has like this thing right here. She's nowhere.
Okay, we have arrived in Boca Chica. beautiful island escape off the coast of Panama. So we're only here for 2 nights, sadly. Taking one look around this place. I wish we were staying for a week. This is just exceptional. Here, I'll show you. You just saw the water. The villas are way up there on top of the hill. We'll be staying up there. Feels good to be back to the beach. Feels just great to be in Panama. This is the spot.
I'm gonna just hang out here.
If this is life in Panama, why the hell did we ever leave? Welcome to paradise, huh?
Oh my goodness.
Private.
Private gardens.
Total private.
So blessed. We've been sent the most amazing fruit and champagne, and we brought chocolate from Boquete, some dark chocolate, some white chocolate from our friend's shop.
Daniele.
Daniele, I love you. And then we have this.
We gotta deal with this.
Oh, and California's right there. Like, how cool.
Terrible.
So terrible.
Somebody's gotta do it.
It's us apparently.
Might as well be the Quins. It may be an orchid.
It's an orchid.
Right
I
over
think it's an
there.
orchid. Oh my God.
We are getting ready to board our sunset cruise. Departing at a Bocas del Mar hotel.
In
I
Boca Chica.
think in Boca Chica. I think that's our boat down there.
Yeah.
But look at that. You've seen enough of us. Look at this.
I think it's another orchid.
And the sheep are all over this island. They're native here, the blue sheep.
Indigo.
And now we're going to tell you the 5 things we loved about living in Panama.
And the 5 things we totally did not like.
The first thing we loved is the nature in Panama. You can explore everything from cloud forests to unspoiled beaches to mountains to rivers. It's incredible.
We also loved the slower pace of life there. We came from the United States and we were really looking forward to kind of calming down, and the environment in Panama just forces you to really slow down.
The third thing we loved is all the fresh foods. We could go basically anywhere and get a huge bag of fresh fruits and vegetables for like $5.
Number 4 is the diversity of people. We loved talking to people from Europe and Panama and all other countries. That was really fun.
And the fifth thing we loved about living in Panama were all the adventures that we had. In addition to going island hopping and whale watching and going to volcanoes, it seems like every day in Panama was kind of an adventure.
Number 1 dislike, especially for me, tarantulas, venomous snakes, and scorpions. That freaked me out on a daily basis.
The second thing we didn't like about living in Panama was it's hard to get anything done. Think banking, utilities, anything to do with paperwork, it's going to take a couple tries.
Third thing we did not like about Panama is forming friends. It seemed really difficult to form friends, as some of the Panamanians have large families and they really don't want to hang out with expats.
The fourth thing that we didn't like about living in Panama was service. So when you go to a restaurant, a bar, a hotel, don't go hungry, be prepared to wait.
The fifth thing we did not like about Panama is that the country could start feeling small. There's really not a whole lot to do once you explore the initial areas. Overall, we really loved living in Panama. We made great friends and it was a great sabbatical for us.
I definitely wouldn't trade it. I'm glad that we spent 3 years in Panama, but I'm also happy that we're back here in the States. If you enjoyed this content, please hit like and subscribe, and we'll see you on the next video.
And comment.